Going live. Look a scrub today. Welcome everybody. Hello. Get my natural juice. There you go. Now, how did I make that? That's 100% organic pomegranate pressed, and then I take just a little bit of pomegranate juice, natural juice, and then add it with natural water. So you've got a lovely juice. Fabulous. Really good for men. Really good. Lots of noise at the moment, I'm afraid. Downstairs, there's cars going crazy. There's cutting and all sorts. It's been like this for the past 2 weeks. It's been really loud. The reason why is they've taken the asbestos roof off Antonio's garage, and they've replaced it with a new roof. Plastic and some fiber, whatever it is, but he's very happy now. It's more lighter because he's got a window there, and yeah, he's joyful. But they're just touching up and finishing off. So it's been a long and very, very loud process. So that was one of the reasons why I haven't done that many lives and videos. But the other reason is because I've been fully focused on the prototypes. I wanted to put time and energy into them and see what I'd get from the triple or the dual energy of both of them, and try and work out what was happening, and is there a difference when you put both crystals together? Is something else happening? But fortunately or unfortunately, I only found that each crystal has its own unique energy, as I did prior to this. So it's not like when you put them both together, it makes a massive, massive difference. The only one crystal I can honestly say makes the difference is a Herkimer diamond, because it makes the others even stronger. When you know, like just the Moldavite and Vivianite together, they both have their unique energy and they work independently. So when two of them are working with you, they don't interfere with each other. They just concentrate on the frequency that they emit into your body, the wave that you feel. So I think at this moment I'm just also doing prototypes all the time, and the reason why is because I'm really enjoying it. Hi everybody, really enjoying it at the moment. So I'm just gonna show you a prototype this morning. This is a new prototype. So when you look at that, you can see here that it's just been put like that, just to show you. So what you're looking at here is two prototypes, and in this one is a beautiful high quality rose quartz, and then underneath that there's a beautiful piece of Maliclum Moldavite, and underneath that is a beautiful piece of I think this one is from Thailand, and it's tektite, black tektite, and the other one is the same, but they've just been mounted slightly different. And as you can see, the rose quartz is in the middle and the Moldavite is at the top. So these are, I'm just giving you a taste of what's coming. Also, I'll give you another taste of what's coming as well. I'm just going to show you them. So this is the pre-making of them. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. I'll just go up a bit. I know you can't see them properly. So, I absolutely love working on single crystals, but this prototype new journey I'm on is really nice. I'm really loving it. And in these past 2 weeks that I haven't done many videos, I've been fully focused on what crystals will work for certain things, especially this coming year. So them are a prototype of, time and effort of trying to understand crystals that you put together and how they'll work for the spiritual path, the journey, and the healing of the body. So that's been my journey thus far. 3 prototypes have come in. They've all done really well. I mean, they're not selling instantly, but they do sell to the right people as always. I've realized the right people always buy them. But having prototypes like this is a wonderful thing. And I think I'm going to keep doing that. I think next year is going to be my prototype. And I'm going to keep doing different ones, only 15 at a time. And that's it. 15 done. That's it. I may go back and do some more at another time, but there's so many beautiful opportunities to put crystals together that there's no reason that I have to keep going back and redoing more. Just keep doing new ones all the time. That's kind of like the plan. So that's where I am to this moment, and it's been lovely. I've been quite tired working on them because I've been really trying to figure out, is there anything new about putting these 3 together, or are they just working separately, independent, and they work fantastic as 3 crystals do? And that's kind of the conclusion I've come to. Is there anything extra special that's happening with them? No, they're all independent and they all work as they should, which is kind of makes sense really to me. I was just thinking, like if you put 3 crystals together, something magical is going to happen that transforms the 3 crystals into one and creates this amazing energy. And I literally have put a lot of hours into trying to figure out, is this real? Can that happen? I can honestly say, prior to being a healer and having maybe 10 or 20 crystals around my neck, I always felt the individual crystal working, and I always felt them in a certain way. The reason why I had 20 crystals around my neck is when I was doing a healing session, I would take a certain crystal and put it onto my client to give healing. So it would be like a crystal healing session as well as pure energy healing. So I kind of come to the terms with that each crystal alone has its frequency. It has a path, it has a journey, it has an energy and a vibration that is going to heal in a certain way. Now, how it heals you in that way is completely unique. So this is the beautiful thing about crystals. We don't really truly know exactly how they work. There is sometimes patterns of seeing things like a tektite. You'll see that it absorbs negative energy. And sometimes you'll see with moldavite will just blow you away and make you like you breathe crazy and sometimes speak weird. And so sometimes there are patterns, but but in general, every crystal works different on each person because each person has, let's say, trauma, deep issues that nobody else has, dark energy that's stuck to certain places that needs to go, and so on. So the crystal will work its magic on you. And I always say the most important thing about crystals is feel them. If it feels like, why am I focused on this crystal? It doesn't even look nice, but why do I want it? Follow the gut instinct. Humanity has lost that. They've lost it. And the reason why they've lost it is because the dark satanic world that runs this world now, that allows pedophilia, that allows all the bad things in the world, knew that they have to get rid of this conscious connection that we have to something that we can't actually explain, but we follow. It's called a gut instinct. It's called, your third eye, intuition, psychic ability, whatever it is. This has been lost by way of the satanic realm that tries to stop us from having any connection to it because they're frightened of that. They're scared shitless of you knowing things and feeling things and going with that. They don't want you to do that. That's bad for them. Don't you dare do that. You just stay scared. You just don't believe anything and you stick in the mind and worry and fear everything. That's what they want. And they will feed you poison. They will rain it down over you. They will tell you all sorts of lies and manipulations for you to stop attuning to your higher self, because once a human being attunes to their higher self, you can't be fooled, you can't be controlled. And this is a good message for 2025. That message is always in my cards. When the world goes crazy around you, only you can stand strong in your light and in your intuition. And that's all that's important. You can't fix the world. You can't fix your family. You can't fix your children. You can't fix your friends, but you can work on yourself to attain and to keep that amazing, powerful energy of connection to your consciousness via this spacesuit. We have to stay conscious in this spacesuit. That's my message. So welcome, everybody. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been very kind and been a friend over these years. Very rarely do I mention people's names, because the reason why is because then other people will get upset when I forget people's names, and I'm not massive into names anyway. But I'm going to kind of try my best with just saying a few hellos to people. So I want to recognize the supporters of markbajerski.com, every one of you. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. There's so many of you. There's, Brendan, Peter, Alan, Lisa Spivey, Michelle Hoagland. Gosh, there's so many of you guys, like Hannah. There's loads. This is where I get like confused. There's so many people. Anyway, I just want to thank everybody who supported, whether it be supporting markbajerski.com and trusting in my incense oils and my crystals, everything that I do on there from the bottom of my heart, my love, everything that I put into it. I appreciate everybody supporting Mark Bajerski, and through that, we can also support everybody else as we do through the year. A big shout out to Arlene Cashman, who's been with me from day one. She was once a client, and then she became part of my life, and she's helped me with all my books. I want to thank Leila Sati, who's played a massive role and a huge part in my life, who's been so amazing in so many ways, and inspiration, and helping me with everything, basically just doing so much for the Pure Energy Healing Academy. I want to thank everybody who works on the board of the Pure Energy Healing Academy for being kind enough to keep the price as it was for all the people to become healers. We had well in excess of 1,000 new healers this year, so that's amazing. We've got another 1,000, so I don't know how many thousands of pure energy healers there are out in this world, but there's a lot, and they're doing good work. They've got good foundations because they've learned 4 days solid pure energy healing and pure energy healing crystal course. So from £550 right down to 147. It ends tomorrow, by the way. So if you were thinking about doing the course or both courses, you better get them now, because tomorrow it goes back up to the original price, which is 550. And thank you for everybody who took the course. I want to thank all the pure energy healers worldwide for your work, whether it be with your family, on yourself, or with clients. I want to thank you for trusting the Pure Energy Healing course. And I truly hope it's inspired and helped you in your health and well-being, mind, body, and spirit. I also want to thank Alex. You all know Alex, one of my favorite guys, who supplies me with maybe about 10%, 20% of my crystals. He's been amazing. I want to thank Tim, if he's watching. Tim is one of those buyers of crystals for me. Same with Francisco, same with Antonio and Paolo. Thank you for traveling the world and picking nice crystals for me. I want to thank China, my daughter, for being an amazing daughter, and Nico for being an amazing son, looking after my grandchildren. It's been a pleasure to see them a couple of 3 times this year. Also, I can't say the other girls' names at work because they'd rather keep that keep themselves to themselves. So that I understand privacy completely. I want to thank also Lily, my little poodle, who's been an inspiration and brought many laughs in my life. So all you guys, thank you, Michelle, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for a beautiful new year. I'd written loads of stuff down, but I left it in the car. So yeah, I guess that's it really. Just thank you for everything. And any advice on 2025? I think we all know by now that the world is run by a very dark, satanic energy. We all are coming to terms with that now. And the reason why we come to terms with that is because the truth is that nobody really gets into trouble when they do bad things, when they do horrific things. These things are just bypassed by the darkness that runs and rules this global world. We talk about things that happen through the year. There's always a perpetual evil that runs through the world that is continually trying to bring about an end to freedom in this world. We all know this. We can all feel it coming. And every time there's another false flag done by the very darkness that continues doing false flags all the time. And I just want to also just say something. 4 years ago, when we all smelt BS, when something was, being made up that there was a virus in a fish market and it was spreading, we all called out BS. Okay, the thing is, what we were trying to say, many of us, that we come down with our bodies come down with a detox, and sometimes that detox is really heavy, really, really bad. Sometimes we're laid up for a week or 2 weeks, and we're coughing and spluttering, and we've got headaches, and we feel bad, and the body is basically cleansing itself. It's pushing it all out. So the heat is what the body needs to do to push it. It's like a sauna. You're pushing it out of your body, and the coughing is basically fighting off and clearing out of the body the poisons that I'm sure you understand, that the poisons that we eat, the poisons that we drink, and all the other poisons that rain upon us daily, poisons that we rub on our skin. So at the end of the day, we clear that out. Our body has to clear that out. And then this idea of saying that there's a really bad thing that's going to kill everybody and it's going to kill thousands of people, you can always take a mainstream media and focus on one thing to scare everybody. And we all know now that the mainstream media is prostitutes to the very evil agenda that tries to make us all sick and ill. So it's a dual energy. You've got the global evil corporations poisoning everybody with sugars and all the colorings and flavorings. So you've got all of them, and then you've got the mainstream media telling you that, there's an outbreak of and we have to kill all the pigs or the chickens or the cats or whatever. This is all by design. It isn't it just happened. It's by design. Whether you believe, and it does not matter whether you're right or wrong, and I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter. But whether you believe that there are crazy people in this world who are constantly in laboratories trying to figure out how to create the worst bacteria, diseases, viruses, whatever you want to call them, and so that it affects humanity. I don't deny that. I believe it happens every day. And are there things that can cause us sickness and illness via what they're doing. I'm sure Ebola and so on. I'm sure of it. What we were calling out was that it was a false flag, meaning that this was created purposely. And there's always a creation all the time of something horrific, of something dark, of something evil. Always they're trying to create something that is going to affect humanity, that's going to stop our children from having children. It's going to stop us from wanting to grow stronger and be more powerful and see that we are in a global world where it is dark and it is very satanic. And that's the bottom line. What can we do about it is the greatest question. I often see people being attacked for saying, well, what are you going to do? What can you're always telling us it's the bad things, but tell us what to do. And the thing is, it's very hard as a psychic reader to tell people what to do because we're all individual and our paths are all different. Your path is different from mine. So how can I tell you there is no rule book. There is no book that tells you how to walk this path and what to do because your journey is different from other people. So it's like me trying to tell 1,000 people, okay, this is what you have to do to get through it. It's bullshit. You can't. So the ones that are always calling people out and saying, you're always saying bad things, but you never come up with an answer. At the end of the day, the answer should be coming out of you. You should be figuring out. And I think 2025 is the year that we individually have to take control of our journey and know and find the answers to our path, to the enlightenment, to the connection to the consciousness, to asking the questions, to if you believe in the spirit world, of if they can help us, and try and ask what's the best thing to do for my body, in the sense of sitting down and meditating and feeling what is wrong inside my body. How can I heal my body? What whole foods can I eat to help my body? And so on. This next 2025 is a journey of self-discovery. It is a journey of it. It really is a journey of you're finding yourself and being your best friend and being comfortable in your own presence and in your own energy. That is my belief for this year. I don't think there's nothing more powerful than you standing in your own energy, being strong, feeling happy, being confident, being your best friend. They can't affect you then. They can't do anything. But they're after people who are disconnected, who have got none of those paths that they're walking and thinking about. They're just doing what they're told. They're petrified. They're frightened. They're worried what to do next. That's what they want of you. They want you to be weak. And the only way we can counteract that is to becoming strong, not through somebody like me giving you a healing session, but somebody like you giving yourself a healing session, working on your body by putting the right things inside your mouth and stop putting the wrong things inside your mouth. Thinking about what you rub on your skin. Is it good for your body? Is it healthy? Is it natural? What you put in your mouth look on the packet. Is that natural? Sticking more to whole foods and drinking natural water free from the poisons that they put in it. Staying away from everything that is in a can or a tin or a jar, unless it's natural. If it's honey and natural things, and in a way that's fermented and healing, but staying away from everything that's got a fancy picture on. And look at this spaghetti bolognese. It's wonderful. It's from Marks and Spencer's or White Rose or wherever it is in the world. Stay away from that. There are poisons. All of that is just to make money and to strengthen the very corporations that create the sickness, the poison, the obesity, the depression. All of that is what causes you to feel bad. Stay away from sugar, stay away from chocolate, stay away from that, and watch how you heal your body. Start to look at yourself, start to ask yourself the most difficult questions. How do I need to improve my life? Why do I knee jerk at so many things? How can I become a better soul? And it's not about, this year isn't about making friends with people that I've fallen out with. Look, Friendships come, friendships go. If people are meant to be in your life, they will be. If they're not, then no problem. Don't fight it. Don't worry about it. Stop fearing stuff. Let shit go. Don't worry about everybody else. Let them figure themselves out so you can figure yourself out. That is the message that I feel this year. It's about you, and that is not selfish. It is not selfish. You cannot be the lighthouse unless you are shining bright and that beautiful light is all clean and there's no muck on it. You need to clean inside and out. You need to look after your body temple. You need to listen to your body temple. That is what I believe. There is no harm in doing good in this world for others, but always do it in a way that you are 100% or near as close to 100% when you help somebody. Don't help somebody when you're at 30%, 20%, 10%. You are just wasting your energy because you are not helping. You are probably causing more issue to the person. So be the foundation of pure energy healing is you do not give a healing session unless you know deep down that you are strong enough to do that and you are in a good place to do it. And that is for everything in life. When you look at your food and you eat it, you are thankful for your food. And as you're thankful for your food, what happens is a consciousness comes over you. It's called conscious eating. And all of a sudden, every bit of mouthful that you're eating, your body is you're telling your body, and there's a communication, and that something happens. It's like a miracle that you taste the food that you've never tasted before because you're too busy thinking about something else. So when you eat in the moment. Stop watching telly, stop talking to people, try and shut your mouth and just eat your food and focus on your food. I'm talking about real food. Focus on it and realize that this is the life. This is the life force what it's giving you. Eat as natural and as alive as possible. Eat live food as possible. Eat from the trees, eat from the ground as quickly as possible, because that gives you a life force more than dead food. So there's a magic half hour that I see in apples. When you pull it from a tree, the energy just goes down slower, and then it disappears. And the life force is gone. If you pull an apple from a tree and eat it, you will eat its life force, which then does something electrically to your body, which is, you can't explain it. There is something else. It gives life to your energy and your aura, your chi, your prana. So try and eat at least, do you remember the days where you used to drive in the car and it says, pick your own strawberries? Try and find places where you can pick your own fruit, because that life that you eat stays in your life force for a long, long time. So these are the things you can think of. Try and find locally sourced foods. Try and find farmers that grow. Try and find orchards that you can go and pick an apple. If you can do that once a week and eat a natural, pick from the ground and then eat that right away. Clean it and eat it straight away. I realize now, I look back, my dad used to do that. Interesting. So these are the things that you can think about. Study a little bit more on foods, grains. Look at grains. Grains, again, are something that we need to really look at. Do we need them? Are they really good for us? Are we buying them because they've got a load of sugar in them and they're crap? Just be careful, guys. Whole foods is really the way forward, in my humble opinion. It really is. So that, I've seen people change their skin, their energy after just eating whole foods for 2 weeks and staying away from sugar and crap from supermarket. So it's something you can think about. And I always say this: the more healthy things you put in the mouth, the less crap can go in there, because you're always busy. Yeah, I've just made a whole food soup, right? Let me show you. I'll make somebody a good wife one day. So get the top off. Can you see that? That's all whole food. It smells absolutely gorgeous. So I didn't cook it forever. I cooked it just enough so that the carrots are still crunchy and there's still some life in that. So it's always best to eat natural in the sense of not cooking. So if you can eat raw, that's far more better. But I just fancied a soup. So this is my soup. There you go. So I'll just put that back. Just picked from a tree. That was half an hour ago. And I got some of these locally. So there you go. I'm going to eat them as well. So that's going to be my dinner. So I do practice what I preach. And of course, there are times that I'll go, oh, I shouldn't really have eaten that. That's no problem. I don't get upset about it. Sometimes I'll eat things that shouldn't really eat, but I do because I'm with maybe a group of people and they've got a cake. I try and eat natural cake, all done by no sugar in it, but you can't do that for everything. I get that. And so I don't beat myself up because I think there's nothing worse than eating something and feeling guilty as you eat it. That is a bad energy. That is a bad energy. Okay. So if we talked about this before. Do you remember that there was in a laboratory, they found that they were testing whatever it was on rabbits, and it killed half of the rabbits, and the other half of the rabbits were alive, and they couldn't understand why all of those rabbits in that cage died and all of the rabbits in the other cage didn't die, until they realized that the girl who would administer this poison into the rabbit would stroke the rabbits in that cage, and the other ones nobody touched. They just administered the drug or whatever it was that they were using. So they realized that the reason why they didn't die is because they had love. They were being given love. So the same product was given to two groups of, and they didn't realize this. This was just by chance, okay? And then they realized it was the love that kept that changed the energy of the poison because of love. So when you eat something, don't feel bad about it. Feel good about it. Feel happy. But that's not a recommendation to say that you should be eating bad foods all the time. And you can say, well, I eat bad foods all the time, but I eat it with love and I know it's good for me. No, we have a bodysuit, and we know that we have to also take care of that bodysuit. And if we want to live life so we feel younger and happier, then we eat natural fruits that were given to us on Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is our mother, our healer. And let food be thy medicine, let medicine be thy food. So that's it, really. I am wishing you a lovely day. And I'm not massive into Christmas, as you all know. I say Merry Christmas, but it's not really something that I delve into because I'm not into dates. I am not somebody who works on programmed anymore. I lost that a long time ago. I realized it was all a con. And yes, it's a new year. But again, I don't need a new year for me to go to the gym. I don't need a new year for me to say hi to everybody and wish everybody a lovely day and a night. I wish everybody a lovely day every day. I buy presents randomly for people and send gifts randomly every day of the week. I don't need a very, very clever, dark system that trains me to obey its next psyop. So some people say that, you know, this should be the start of spring, right? And yeah, it makes sense. You know, New Year, it's like every time there's something that we need to do. To me, I tell them to bog off. You don't need to do anything. I don't need to do that, and I shouldn't have to do it. I do it when I feel like I want to do it in my heart. So celebrating tonight, I'll be in bed at 9 o'clock tonight. I decided I'm going to have an early night tonight, and that's it. And I'm not into the celebration. You know, I'm not into alcohol. I'll have a drink every now and again with a friend, but I normally take 2 sips of it and I'm not really bothered about it. So I don't beat myself up over anything. I don't eat meat. I haven't eaten meat for years. But the other day, when I was in Italy, passing through Italy, I had a lasagna and I asked for a lasagna verde just with vegetables. And I started eating it and I realized, oh, it's got meat in this one. No problem. Put it to a side. Didn't get upset. No big deal. It's fine. People do what they want. It's just that I decided I didn't want to eat animal anymore. I didn't want to eat a dead body anymore. I didn't want to do that anymore. But I sometimes have fish, and that's the body. It's got 2 eyes. It's got a mouth. So I've stopped and I'm slowing down and just trying to fully focus. But I have no issues with anybody eating anything. It's just, I think for my own health and well-being, I eat what feels right, and you should. So if you want to eat meat, go for it, but don't feel bad. If you want to eat fish, go for it. Don't feel bad. If you want to just eat fruit and vegetables, go for it. I don't think you'll feel too bad about eating fruit and vegetables. I think a lot of people do feel bad about eating animals, but again, you wouldn't really eat an animal if you had to kill it. That's for sure. That's for certain. So that I know. So that's kind of like where I am with that. But as you get older, it doesn't matter. Being opinionated doesn't work. It's stupid. Just do the best you can. This is the way I do it. And if there's anything that you get from this that think, oh, I think I'll give that a try, then go for it. Go for it. No problem. If you don't like what I say, don't worry about it. I've got a friend who eats the worst food you could possibly imagine. Absolutely the worst food. And he's never had a cold or a flu in his life. And he's nearly, I think he's 70 nearly. So everybody is different. Nobody really has the answer because everybody is different. Some bodies are so strong that they can eat anything and nothing will ever affect them. And then that goes for maybe that we do have a life path and we do have a journey. And on that journey, we have this kind of soul contract that we won't die till a certain time in our life. So no matter what we put in our body, we ain't going anywhere because we've got this kind of contract that says we're going to be here for such and such a time. I kind of understand that and feel it to a degree, but I also feel this, that contract doesn't say that you're going to be healthy. So it might be that you end up obese and sick and feeling a bad journey till you're meant to go. So I think that the free will part of that is important, that my free will is what am I going to eat to stay healthy for the time that I'm here? How am I going to be happiest or make my life happiest for the time I'm here? Because we can be sad up till the moment we leave this world, or we can be happy. We can be healthy, or we can be unhealthy. The choice, that is the choice. So that's how I see it. So I'm going to pull a card before I go. It's been lovely talking to you. I hope you have appreciated the time and the love that I give. And I do it because it's from my heart to yours. There's no ego involved in that. I just love doing it. And I hope you appreciate it, even though I'm shadow banned everywhere. We'll choose a card then for this coming year. I'm just going to randomly choose a card and show it you and see what it says. And now I'm looking at the screen. It says 111 viewers. So I ask out loud, our beautiful home spirit world, our family in the spirit world, your family, my family. I ask for all of us, please give us some kind of sign within these cards of what this next coming year will be. Help us through this time and give us some guidance along this new year of how it can help us in any way, whether it is going to be a challenge, whether it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Just give us a little bit of a helping hand along this journey. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit hard this year. It's not going to be easy. We can see that we're actually holding a lot of burden on our back. This can be family. It can be the way the world is going, the way things are happening. There's a lot of work involved, and but when we see that money might not be that easy this year, we might be losing a lot of our money. So it might be harder to make money, but it's okay. It's not that bad. Actually, what we're looking at here is you. And the representation of you is that this man is you, whether you're a man or a woman, that's you. And what we're seeing is that, yes, there is burden, but you look how strong your legs are. Look how strong your back is. You can do this. We can get through this together, and we will get through it together. The strength that you have, this is spiritually, emotionally, and physically, we can get through this together, and we will. So that's your message. It ain't going to be easy this coming year. It's going to be thought with a lot of challenges, but you will get through this. I will get through this, and nothing will stop us. So that's a good thing. Yes, we know what's coming, and it's okay because you can deal with it, and you will. And that's a really beautiful thing. And I know you will. You'll get through it. No problem. It would be lovely to see that the world is going to be filled with joy and happiness, and it's going to be filled with, wonderful things that are going to change the world, and everybody's going to eat healthy, and all the corporations are going to go bust, and the government's going to go out, and it's going to be a new system in the sense of love and peace and harmony and balance and equality. And no, that ain't going to happen. We have to create that ourselves. We have to create that in our energy. We have to work on that ourselves. So it's an individual thing that we have to work on this year. Yes, there's nothing wrong with spending time with people and connecting and all that, but ultimately you have to work on yourself this year. That's what I see there. More than ever, you have to work on yourself and stop worrying about other people, because you know that all the other people have to work on themselves. It should be a global message that every single person in this world needs to start working on themselves. So stop trying to take from other people. Stop trying to, rely on other people. Stop trying to get the message from other people of the guidance and all that. Start to find all the guidance, all the healing, all the wisdom inside yourself. It's there. You just need to dig deep. You need to relax. You need to meditate. You need to work on yourself. You need to heal your body. And then you'll become more and more in tune, where your physical and your spiritual come together like two gloves, just coming together as a perfect as you were meant to be. So there you go. That's it. I'm wishing you all a lovely day. Thanks for joining me, guys. Big hugs to you all. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Bye.